of Florida statutes. The only purpose tonight or agenda item tonight is for the board to determine whether or not to certify the recall that was submitted by Mr. Ryan Morales. There is no other business that will be conducted tonight. Before the board makes its decision, I want to put on the record the results of Southwest's review of the recall ballots and, of course, my analysis and research as well. As a baseline matter, Pineloch has 57 homes. Under the statute, a recall by written ballot requires a majority of the total voting interest. In this community, that means at least 29 valid ballots must be submitted in order for the recall to be certified. Sorry about that. The association received 30 recall ballots. Southwest and I, we took the time to compare each ballot to the county appraiser property records and identified 2 ballots that must be rejected as defective. First, 11517 Pineloch Loop. Both spouses from the same household submitted separate recall ballots, and only 1 ballot per parcel can count, so one of those must be rejected. Second, 11506 Pineloch Loop. The ballot was signed by someone who is not a record title holder on the deed, so that ballot is also invalid. Once those 2 defective ballots are removed, that leaves us with only 28 valid ballots remaining. That is less than the 29 required for a majority to have a certified recall. On that basis alone, the statutory requirement for a recall is not met, and the board cannot certify the recall. There is also a separate issue with the form of the ballots themselves. The ballots do appear to be pre-marked before being given to the owners to sign. A recall ballot is supposed to reflect the owner's own choice, and the DBPR has upheld a board's decision to reject the recall in the past where ballots were pre-marked in this way, as they do not show the owner's independent selection. So the board has 2 clear and independent bases to reject certification tonight. First, to repeat again, first, there are not enough valid ballots to reach the required majority. Second, all the ballots are defective because they were pre-marked and before they were provided to the owners. Based on this review, my recommendation is that the board vote not to certify the recall. I'd ask the board to make the appropriate motion accordingly, state the reasons for that motion, and then move forward with a vote if that is so seconded by the board. Particular agenda item, we do ask that all owners requesting to speak do refrain from any inflammatory language, accusations, or name calling in order to maintain professionalism and decorum. Again, I do acknowledge that this is an emotional matter, but again, we're trying to do everything based on the documents presented and the facts as they've been presented. Keep in mind, neither the board nor I will be able to answer any questions about legal strategy or legal interpretation of any of the recall statutes or the law, because this is now obviously a disputed matter, and thus the same with the attorney-client privilege. So you are allowed to speak, but we obviously cannot address or answer any attorney-client information. And, you know, obviously bears repeating, please stay on topic. This is not the time to raise any other matters not related to the recall. In the interest of time, I do ask that everyone please listen to what others are saying so you don't spend your 3 minutes also repeating what was already discussed. So at this time, Stacy, if anyone, I don't know how you're going to do it. Are you going to ask them to raise their hands? I think they can indicate to you via the Zoom, correct?
Correct, yeah. They can either raise their hand or place in the chat that they would like to speak, and then I can unmute them.
I'm going to mute myself for right now, and if you can go ahead.
Okay.
Hello, thank you for letting me speak right now. So I have copies of all the ballots in hand, and there were actually 31 separate pieces of paper submitted. Admittedly, out of the 31, there was, yes, for Carrie and Brian, both had documents. So if you remove one of those, of the duplicate home, you are now left with 30. So I just wanted to clarify that, and if you would like to go through the numbers or names one by one, you will see that there are in fact 30 individual homes. So I would be more than happy, I can read them out and somebody count how many homes. Yes? So we have, I'm gonna go ahead and go. 11635 Willie Nelson, that's 11700 Jean Wadner, that's 2. John 11510 John Gaither, that's 3. 11509, that's Cesar Rodriguez. 11517 Carrie Bagley. Here's the duplicate for Brian Bagley. Okay. So in that point, sorry, I lost track. So if somebody else could do a count, I would appreciate it. So far, I've read out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 homes. Okay. Patricia 11627. Patricia Rodriguez, that's 6. 11623 Ada Barroso, that's 7. 11501 John, that's 8. 11542 Laura Ferreira, that's 9. 11711 Jamie Wong, that's 10. 11522 Annabelle Rees, that's 11. 11538 Michelle Krennick, that's 12. 11534 Salesh Patel, 13. 11723 William Brasher, 14. 11728 Beverly Campbell, 15. 11712 Aaron Shapiro, that's 16. 11736 Salima Mohammed, 17. 11708 Andreas Greger, 18. 11704 Chad Wheeler, 19. 11711 Jamie Wong, 20. 11727 Jose Mercado, 21. 11724 Danielle Montero, 22. 11648 Joe Marti, 23. 11554 Maria Alvarez, 24. 11732 Sulin Vaughn, 25. 11505 Tammy Morales, that's me, 26. 11535 Emiliano Estrada, 27. 11546 Scott Gerard, 28.
Why'd she get muted?
Okay, we have reached the 3 minutes. Tammy, thank you for going through that. Is there anybody else that has anything additional they would like to say?
Yeah. Hello. Really? You're not gonna let me speak?
Hi, Barbara, you're available.
Yeah, hi. I just wanted to point out that Jamie Wall has 2 of them in there. She read them twice.
No, she
2 separate forms. Did you hear me?
Yes, thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it.
Sorry. Thank you.
And the only thing I wanted to add is, again, we did receive all of the ballots. We did do our own independent count. Ms. Morales, if you feel like there's any that we missed, you can resubmit, but we did receive the package. We did do our count. We did see a duplicate in there of I think there were 31 pages. But once you remove the duplicate, that's where we got down to 30, and then we disqualified 2 to get us down to 28. Now, if you think there's anything missed, or you want to resend the package to confirm, you can obviously resend it. But at this point in time, and again, not to disrespect you, but everyone has 3 minutes to speak to it. And if you want to resubmit and let us take a look again, but again, everything was received. Morales, I'm sorry, I believe you guys are married. We did receive the certified mail package from you guys. We did review everything else received. The number that we came up with was less than the majority. And so I'm going to just leave it at that. Go ahead, Stacey, you can mute me back.
Patrick's trying to talk.
I think this is what you said. Thank you.
Can you let him speak on the other phone? iPhone?
All right, we're going to open the floor back up. If anybody else has anything additional to say, please let me know. I'll be happy to unmute you.
Wow.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. I am the resident at 11522. I understand the ballots were short by one, and that okay is applicable. Now, for you guys to say that the ballots are invalid because they were already pre-marked, okay, if I was not in agreement of signing that, then we shouldn't have, we would not have submitted the signatures, and we did sign because we are in agreement that the association needs to change. I've been in that place since 2019. There's been a lot of uncalled for situations happening there, especially you guys can walk around and send us letters, emails, text messages, you name it, because we have to clean our yard, but you guys cannot remind us or question or wonder why one payment for the association fee is late. When everybody has lives, everybody has things that can happen, but then you go ahead and submit penalty fees, lawyer fees, and so on. So yeah, it needs to change. Another thing I want to ask is, what is this association for? I don't see anything of value there. There's not a park, there's not a pool, there's nobody helping cleaning yards, there's no decorations on holidays, and if they are, they're very poor. So what's the point of an association? We are all adults, we know how to keep our places. So I am in agreement that this changes, or your attitudes towards an association changes. These are middle-class citizens residing in that small community, and some of you think that we are millionaires, that we can pay legal fees. Maybe we didn't have enough money. Maybe a family member gets sick. Maybe we totally forgot. Maybe we have a car that broke down.
Thank you.
So I don't see the point in an association. And then I just got a message saying that you're going to increase the fee from 116 to 132. Why? Can you guys explain to us? I know this has nothing to do with this current situation, but an email can be nice explaining that too. So do we have to create new ballots? Do we have to go ahead and go door by door and request the signatures again? Is that the step that we need to follow so we can change the current situation?
Yes.
Thank you.
Let him speak, Stacy.
Okay. Thank you very much. Is there anybody else that would like to speak this evening?
They're not letting me speak. Hello? People are waving you down. Let them speak. Hello? There's somebody.
There's a gentleman there. I don't know who it is, but he's waving his hand frantically to speak. I don't know if he can send a message. I don't know your name, sir. It just says iPhone here on my screen, so I don't know who that is. Stacy, do you see him? He has his video on.
Yes, I've been checking the participants this whole time.
Yeah, he's been waving.
Okay. Yeah, there's one here that has an iPhone, so let me unmute him. Thank you.
This bitch is ignoring me the whole time. Oh.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Patrick, identify.
My name is Patrick Seminario. I'm Denise DuBois' husband, 11506 Pineloch Loop. My wife passed away in May. And so I'm the one here at the house now. So I don't know if that makes my ballot still incorrect. But she's not here to sign, so I sign. I'm her husband.
Mr. Seminario, if you don't mind doing me a favor, go ahead and send a message to Southwest. Give any sort of information about that, because I'm not going to be able to verify. I'm not saying you're lying or anything like that.
No, I understand.
We just do need to verify that, and so obviously there are other property laws at play too, as far as like when it when someone passes, who the interest goes to and everything like that. So we just would need to verify all of that. So as
Okay.
of right now, yeah, we can only go with what's on the record, but if you have something to show us otherwise, please provide it to Stacy and we can react accordingly. Okay?
Okay, I'll be happy to provide that information to the homeowners. Is that okay?
Yes,
Okay. Thank
thank
you.
you. Of course. Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone, so far. Do we have anybody else that would like to speak this evening?
Okay. I think that's it. I don't see anyone else raising their hand. Is anyone sending a message to you directly, Stacy?
Not that I'm seeing. No, it looks like everybody that's reached out so far has made to speak. So,
Okay. Well, again, as I said at the beginning, I recognize that this is contentious. The owners that are seeking to make change, you do have options. Obviously, I cannot guide you in that endeavor. But obviously, you have rights under statute. You can avail yourselves of those. We look forward to seeing what other sort of positive changes you hope to bring to the community, because I know the board is always looking for help, and more participation is always better. So I thank you, everyone. I know we're not all in agreement tonight, but I think again, I just want to thank everyone for respecting everyone's time. And then also, respecting the decorum and maintaining professionalism throughout. So again, I appreciate it, everyone. So we have no other action items. So if the board wants to move to adjourn, we can go ahead and do so. But that's up to the board.
all right, board, can I get a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I move to adjourn.
All right, I have 5:22.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you, everybody. Have a nice evening.
Thank you.